just wondered overall what you thought today, first half, second half, and then obviously Flory had a big game.
I thought Flory was our best player, and by far. What do you have? 17 and 10 and 7, and 3 assists, and so yeah, he was good. But other than that, I just thought average at best. Not the same energy, not the attention to detail. We shot it miserably, from beyond the arc. Defense wasn't bad. They screwed us up on a I think 4 slips they got 8 points off of, but for the most part, defense wasn't bad. I thought Bryson and Flory both did a good job when they were switched on the guards, but it wasn't a great effort by any means. But we got through it, and now we'll focus on Monday, which the guys I think were focused on Monday, this past Tuesday. So, but we got through it, and I'm happy about that. But we didn't play.
Bill, with Flory and his development, especially avoiding fouls, what went into that? Conversations, work? Can you drill it? How has he done such a better job this year of staying away from fouls, especially on a night when he can have 7
I actually think guys are stubborn, and everybody thinks, we all do as humans, we think that we know more about what we should be doing than what somebody else should be telling us to do. Flory was a gambler, and now he doesn't lunge, he stays down, he plays to his length, and I think he's figured out that way is far better for him and us. When before you tell a guy, hey, don't go for the steal, don't do this, just be sound. In their mind, what they hear is go for the steal. They don't hear the don't. So he's doing a much better job with that.
Is it the role? Is it related to the role, you think, as far as just...
I don't know. I think, my opinion, the BYU game was great for us because it gave Flory a chance to guard a guy that's on the national stage, and then they're either going to talk about him or they're going to talk about Flory. And I think there was numerous opportunities where he made himself look good by doing that, and it's kind of energized him a little bit, and then he was the same way at Tech, and then he was the same way at Tech.
Melvin had a good amount of the game, obviously landing pretty hard. Then he comes back, hits a layup. Just talk about kind of his toughness and what you saw at him today.
Well, he got 6 stitches, under his chin. So, is that toughness, or is that you have to get it stitched up? So, I love him. I think the best thing he did when he came back in, he scored and then immediately forced a turnover too. So, and when we were just duds out there, we need him for his energy. So, yeah, he's a good competitor, no doubt.
Arizona's up 20, so I'm assuming they'll roll in here undefeated. What stands out about them? And I know it's just one game, but is not a statement game, but is Monday a big?
Monday is the most fun game that we would have had so far this year, and hopefully there's much bigger games later on than this game. So, but to date, it'll be the biggest. They're men, they dominate people 12 foot and in. We got to play, bigger. We got to play tougher. We got to play stronger. We got to play smarter, and then they guard. And so we got to give them something to defend on the other end. But it'll be a fun game. It'll be a fun atmosphere. Only one day to prep. But hopefully we can figure something out to at least slow them down.
What did you think of Peterson today and the direction how he's been playing this week?
I didn't think he had a good week. Thought he was unbelievable against BYU for a half, and Texas Tech got through it today. But there wasn't much pop or energy like there needs to be. So he's got to be a lot better. We all do.
How do you coach that, or how do you get that pop of energy out of him?
Well, I think today, don't you think Trey had the same thing? Everybody had the same thing. But when other teams are geeked up to not let you catch it and that kind of stuff, you have to play at a different energy level to make sure that you can free yourself to do that. And I didn't think we did that very well today. But it's also, he also played 33 minutes, which is very encouraging because the last 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, he played 33 both games. So that's great.
Bill, did you do anything in the last week to get some early look at Arizona, and what does tomorrow look like for you guys?
We practiced for Arizona last this past Wednesday, but it wasn't, serious. But how we're going to guard the post, how you're going to guard ball screens, different things. But we'll have something in place, obviously by the time we work out tomorrow. But we'll practice 30 minutes tomorrow and let it roll on Monday.
Coach, when you look back at that loss that you had to West Virginia, now you guys are on a 7-0, win streak in conference play. Did that game in Morgantown reveal anything, about this team?
That we weren't very good. I think that's probably what it revealed as much as anything. We didn't guard anybody the first 10 days of conference season. So we didn't guard anybody at UCF, we didn't guard TCU, and we didn't guard West Virginia. And the thing about it is when you're playing, everybody wants to play well, but the key to having good seasons and great seasons is making sure the other team doesn't play well. And we didn't do that there for about 10 days. We've been quite a bit better since then.
What was going through your mind late in the first half when Marco's already out, Melvin goes to the locker room, and then three guys each get their second foul?
And I'm thinking, okay, now what are we going to have DP the second half? Yeah, I was thinking that. I didn't think the first half went the way we wanted to. I felt like, Trey missed 2 bunnies. Layups. We didn't get to the free throw line. There were some things that happened that even though we were up 7, we could have been up 12. Things that if we've handled some situations better. But and you could also say they could have cut it closer to 2, I guess, on a couple of different situations. But I didn't feel great at halftime. But when Mel came back and I knew DP was good to go, I just felt like that we're in decent shape now.
Were there any signs during the week that some of the guys might have been looking ahead to Arizona?
I don't think signs. You mean like holding them?
As a coach?
No. I think our energy level this past week wasn't what it needs to be. So that could be part of it. But you hear this expression all the time, trap game or whatever, and mature teams don't have trap games. It's human nature in some ways, but mature teams enjoy playing, every day. And what a day to play. Saturday, sun through the windows. It was perfect day to play. We got to be more mature and handle those situations better.
What do you think of Bradley and their 3 freshman starters?
And Awaka? Yeah, they're terrific. They got a great team. They played a good schedule. Had some impressive wins away from their building, and they're tough and strong, and they're big guy. As we hadn't even talked about him. He's a stud. And whenever you can let Vasir get away because you got another guy back there that they feel probably has every bit of the upside or whatever, then they're pretty talented.
Darren's dunk, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was nice. I thought it was an explosive play, but the best thing about it, he was able to explode like that after 27 minutes or whatever. So.
Bill, after Monday night's win, you called Flory the best defender in America. Is it nice when you make a statement like that and he follows it up with 7 blocks today?
Yeah, and it's not just 7 blocks, it's switching. How many times did their guards, 2 or 3, get off a 3 on him or whatever? Yeah, he's doing a good job. Of course, it's going to be, it needs to be front and center, obviously, on Monday. But yeah, he's doing great. He's doing great.
Bill, Darren's played a lot more in the last few games. Is it been improving the situation with cramps, or is it too early to tell, or is he just kind of playing through it a little more?
No, I don't. He's not having it. Yeah. So I don't see. I haven't been told anything that he's had anything the last 2 games.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Let's go.
All right.